we're up just about to turn 10 years old. And we opened because we really felt like there was a need for a yoga center that, an Iyengar yoga center that anyone could afford. And most Iyengar yoga centers are in the suburbs and kind of catered to middle class and upper middle class people. And it seems like that's not the only population that needs it. There are a lot of other people who could really benefit from it, so that's why we opened. After being here for nearly 10 years and teaching full time for 12 years almost, I decided that I really kind of need a break. And I need to be a student for a while and focus more on my own studies rather than my classes and running a business and that sort of thing. And so I decided that I really need to move on. It's a really, really hard decision. And even harder, what made it even harder was that at about the same time that I decided to move on, several other teachers already made that similar decision because one teacher, Lynn Selick, who's been teaching here for several years and recently became certified, she really, her heart's desire is to travel. And a year ago she wanted to up and leave Milwaukee, and I supported her, but I also asked her to consider the option of staying for another year to finish her certification, and she agreed to it. I'm really glad she did, and she's glad that she did too. And so it's time for her to move on as well, and I really honor that. But at the same time, I'm just going to miss her so much. I've known her since she was a teenager, and she's been my student for a long time and a friend, and she's a fantastic, fantastic teacher, but I'm really glad that she's moving on. And then Solange, who I haven't known as long as Lynn, but I just adore her. The first time I met her, she has decided that she needs to go back to New Orleans, which is her American home. Her longtime home is Brazil, but she's been living in New Orleans for a long time. Then she moved up here to Wisconsin with her husband, and now she feels that it's really time to go back to New Orleans. And so I completely understand that, respect that, honor that, and support that. At the same time, it's really hard to let go of her too, and she's become a really important person in my life. So we're in a really intense period of transition, and I am letting go of a lot. I'm letting go of my students, letting go of some of our key teachers. But what's really exciting is that so many people have stepped up, and we have a whole crop of brand new teachers, and that's so cool to me because when I first started teaching, it was only because my teacher left. I would definitely not be a teacher today if my teacher had stayed in town. I was perfectly content being her student. But when she left, it became obvious that someone's had to step up and carry the torch. So that's what's happening right now, the Yogashala. We're passing the torch. We're shifting from being founder-driven to community-run.